not going to resale stores. That's the only downside. Like, you got to find it in the wild is the real key, or get it for retail essentially.
Okay.
Because anything like I don't pay resale, but I also spend a lot of my time like searching the internet and like for essentials, like when it drops on PacSun, I go get it out of PacSun.
Oh really? Okay.
Because it's $40 or whatever.
You need a raffle?
No
raffle?
No. You can just
what?
Yeah.
How you get it so quick?
I signed up for the PacSun emails when they drop. So as soon as they like Fear God stuff drops on PacSun, they send me an email. And I'm like, oh, cool. And then I'll just tell the owner, and he'll be like, oh, so then we order stuff for the store. I order stuff for me. Yeah. Same thing with like any of the high-end brand Gallery. Like Off-White had a 45% off sale the other day. Yeah. So we bought a couple $1,000s worth of Off-White stuff. But again, we're gonna make killer profit off of it because we got it at 45% off.
Yeah.
And then we just sell it for less than what they sell it for on the website.
Put this on game. I did not even know that was so.
Hey, how y'all doing today? For myself personally, like I'll just sit on like eBay or Poshmark or those types of places and just look for like, because I'm a huge like dunk head, so I'll just search for like SBs in a 10.5. Okay. And then I'll just keep an eye on it, wait. Like if there's a pair that a guy has and I'm just making this up, if he has them for 1,000, I'll just lowball him like 300. Okay. And then just see, he'll reply and be like decline, but then he'll say like I'll take like 650. So now I know where he's at. Okay. And then I can just kind of wait, and then after a couple months they're still there. I'll send him 400, 450, and then he'll be like okay 500. I'm like all right, I see where you're at now. Yeah. So then after a while it's just kind of a game, it's just kind of like a little cat and mouse, see where it's at, give and take, and then after a while just be like all right, I'll give you 500, and he'll be like all right, good deal. And so I got $1,000 shoe for $500.
It takes patience.
It takes patience. Yeah.
And then for here, I mean, we just do the same thing here. It's just a little harder because everybody wants, for resellers, they want to get their profit. Yeah. So trying to, finagle resellers is always hard. But what we just do is just say, the more we buy, the cheaper it is. And that's generally, for us, the biggest way to get deals is to just say, okay, we'll just take everything you got, just give us a better deal. So if you're selling, 100 pairs of shoes and you want, $100 per pair, 10,000, we'll be like, I'll give you 7,000 for everything, call it a day. Because you're just gonna sell them one at a time at 100, or I'll just give you a bulk deal and you call it a day. So that's the easiest way.
So buying in bulk.
Buying in bulk, yep. If you can find it, it's generally cheaper that way. Because if you just go and try and buy one shoe at a time from like a reseller, they're gonna, he's gonna charge you $250, $350, $350, $200, $200. But if you just say, I'll take all 5, he might give you a deal for $1,000 for all 5, versus it being $1,250 for everything. So the more you buy, the cheaper it is. Usually.
You use StockX?
No. We use it as market value. We don't buy off of StockX. We just use it to judge the value of the shoe right now. Okay. So like if you bring in a shoe and you're like, how much is this shoe worth? I'm gonna look at StockX and just say, okay, well their value has it at this and that and this and that, and then go off that. But we don't I'm not gonna okay, buy it off StockX because the way that they're doing right now.
Sign up for it. You got to sign up for PacSun and.
Yeah. Just go on the website and then just sign up for the emails, and then every time they drop on the essential stuff, I just either go on the website or I'll just tell the owner like, hey, PacSun just dropped stuff, and then same thing. Anytime anything ever drops, vape, Supreme. Supreme drops every Thursday at 11. Yeah. So we always just try. So everybody in the store just tries to hit on Supreme stuff. Yeah. Antisocial we have a vendor for. Revenge we have a vendor for. V-Loan we have a vendor for. Like our Chrome Hearts and stuff, we have people who actually go to the Chrome Hearts stores in LA, Miami, New York, and London, and then they just bring it back to us. So a lot of times we just have people who run for us too. So if a shoe drops at Social Status, for example, if Social Status is just a retail store, we'll just have people go stand in line for us. Okay. And then they'll just bring us the shoes so we get them for retail, and maybe $5 over retail, just give them a little gas money or whatever. But gotta have people out there doing, because we only got 4 employees here really, so we can't be here and there too. So we gotta have people kind of running for us. Okay. So that always helps.
How many locations y'all got?
We only have this in only this one. Yeah. So that's why it makes it a little more difficult. So we don't have a sister store. We can be like, hey, you got this shoe? Let me send that to us. Request or whatever. They got Greensboro, Atlanta, Charlotte, whatever. So they can just be like, hey, you got that shoe? Send it to me. It'll be here tomorrow.
Okay.
So we can get it, but it's always like an extra hassle if we have to go find a specific shoe for someone.
Yeah.
We can do it, but
It's tough.
it's always a little tougher, and it usually costs a little more if we have to go find it straight up.